Welcome to Tia's Table, where we talk about making fitness and wellness doable for busy women like you and me. Looking for healthy meal ideas, workout motivation, and good conversation? Don't worry, I got you, girl. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's have some girl talk. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to another episode of Tia's Table. I'm Tia, a certified group fitness instructor, a behavior change expert, and everybody's favorite gym friend. I'm your workout homie. I'm the one that you talk to about your workouts and your food and your shakes and all the things that you're thinking about trying or you've heard about trying or that you've seen on social media. I am that girl. If you or someone you know is looking to build accountability or gain momentum or they need help establishing healthier habits so that they can live a lifestyle that aligns with their fitness goals, feel free to reach out to me at tiavfitness@gmail.com. You can visit my website, www.tiavfitness.com, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at tiavfitness, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have or perhaps schedule you for a free consultation. First of all, let's just acknowledge that it's been a few weeks since our last call, and girl, I apologize. Let me just tell you something. I have been working so hard on learning a lot of things. I've been doing a lot of things. And that has been taking up a lot of my time, and then there's also just the usual, I got a family, right? So I've been trying to make my way back to the podcast, and I'm so happy to be able to sit down today and catch up. I feel like today's topic is a really good one. I feel like it's one that will help a lot of people. I've been talking about it a little bit here and there on Instagram, but I'm happy to be able to sit down today and bring all of my thoughts and my notes together to deliver something to you that I think you will find to be very helpful, especially if this is something that you're thinking about doing yourself. But before we get into today's main topic, we have to talk about what is on Tia's table this month. And again, if you have seen me on Instagram or TikTok, girl, you already know. First of all, everything I said about yogurt was a lie. I apologize. Girl, I didn't know what I didn't know. Or maybe I just hadn't tried it in the way that I'm eating it now, and baby, it's good. Why didn't you guys tell me about how to elevate the yogurt? So when I was doing all that trash talk about yogurt and I was like, it's fake ice cream, nobody likes it, how can you eat that? How can y'all put spoiled milk on a spoon and call it food? How are you doing it? No one ever came back to me and was like, Tia, you have to do this, this, and this, this, and this. So let me break it down and tell you how I came into my love affair with yogurt. And it kind of low-key segues into today's main topic. So in the gym, I'm with my trainer and we're working out, and she's like, oh, let me go grab my snack because it's time for me to eat, and I'll be right back. So she comes back and she's got this perfect yogurt thing. And she's like, do you like yogurt? And I'm like, oh, no, I can't eat yogurt. And she goes, well, can you not eat it or do you not like it? Because, there is a difference. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I just can't. I can't eat it because I don't like it. I can't eat it. I just don't like the way it tastes. And she was like, yeah, I could get with that because, when I first tried yogurt too, I didn't really like it. But I put these chocolate covered almonds in mine, and I've got some granola and some strawberries, and I put some things in mine, and when you stir it all up, it's actually really good. Let me go get you a spoon and let you try it. So I try it and I'm like, okay, well, hers tastes nothing like I've ever had. This is actually really good. And if I make my yogurt like this, maybe I would be able to eat yogurt too. So of course, I leave the gym, I go and I get all of the yogurt fixings. I go to BJ's Wholesale and I buy the largest case of yogurt ever, because of course that's how I do things, right? I don't just go into Kroger and buy one little cute serving of yogurt just to try it to make sure I like it. I go all in, let's just go buy a whole case. And if I don't eat this yogurt, my husband definitely will. So I get the case of yogurt, I come home and I start making it, and it's good. Oh my gosh, it's good. So I'm putting the skinny dipped the dark chocolate covered almonds in mine. It's the one that comes in the blue bag. I'm putting an ounce of those in my yogurt. I do an ounce of the kind cinnamon oats in my yogurt. I slice up some fresh strawberry, and then every now and again, I'll put some chia seeds in there too. And let me just tell you, it is some kind of good. So delicious. It tastes like the best dessert. It's the best way to end a night, and it's good for you. And it's loaded with all of the stuff that you need. Like, you need the protein, you need the healthy fats. And so it's just like, yummy. I have even tried like a cheesecake version of this yogurt that I saw on TikTok. So you get the French vanilla yogurt, you get a little bit of sugar-free cheesecake Jell-O in the little box, like the powdered Jell-O mix, which I guess is actually pudding mix, but you get that. You put a little bit of that in your yogurt, stir it up, stick it in the fridge or the freezer for like, I don't know, not even a minute, not too long because it'll freeze, but you stick it in there long enough for it to kind of like gel together. Then you come back, you do your oats, you do your strawberries, and girl, when I mean to tell you, it tastes like cheesecake, it tastes like cheesecake, but with protein, and it is so good. Like, OMG. My life is forever changed. I am now a parfait girl. So when you see me out, especially if you see me out, I know, let me take that back. Before I even say it, let me take it back. Because I don't think I would order a parfait from anywhere, because now I'm kind of like, ooh, if it's not my parfait, I kind of don't want it, which is also very much so how I am about coffee. If you ever see me drinking Starbucks coffee or coffee that I bought from somewhere, I'm either out of town or I was desperate, because I really don't even like buying people's coffee, because I'm like, I like the way I make my coffee at home. But the parfait, it's my new favorite. I think everybody should try it. Load up your yogurt with all of the good, delicious, yummy, healthy things. If you've never liked yogurt before, girl, I promise you, this might be for you. This might be your way around it. I think that the dark chocolate almonds take the tanginess out of the yogurt, so you're able to eat it. I'm not even sure how it works, but it works. And so that's why no one can ever tell me anything about my personal trainer from here on out, because I'm like, if she got me to eat yogurt, she is good. She is good. And that brings me to our main topic of the day. So I wanted to talk to everybody about working with a personal trainer, because I feel like most people get to a place when you're on your fitness journey, and maybe you feel like you've tried everything. You've tried working out at the gym, or maybe you just don't like going to the gym, right? You've tried every at-home workout. You invested in a fitness machine. You've gone to all of the group fitness classes that you know about. You've talked to everyone that you know about your fitness journey and how to maybe, get some progress or get some results. You've gone to the doctor, you've gotten your labs done, and you know it's nothing wrong with you. You just are having a hard time seeing any movement, and you feel like you've tried all of the things. Well, let me talk to you, girl, about working with a personal trainer. Because as someone, and I know I'm probably very biased with this because I work in the fitness industry, but before I had a personal trainer, I was always a little, I was always a little bit jaded in my thoughts about working with one, probably because I was a group fitness instructor. And I just thought to myself, well, why would I pay somebody to work out, like watch me work out, right? Even if it's customized, even if it's like all these things that I know people say they get from working out with one, I just didn't really see the value in it myself at a time when, to be honest with you, I probably didn't even need one, right? So of course I had those thoughts because I was exercising 6 hours a day. And my life was working out. So I just didn't feel the need for one. And I probably was at a place where I thought people coming to group fitness classes was enough because I was teaching group fitness classes and I saw where women were getting change and they were getting results and they were seeing progress solely off group fitness classes and eating in a way that agreed with their body, right? Okay, so then let's fast forward and let's get to where we are now in 2023, where I feel like I had tried all of the things. I had been doing all of the things. I felt like I was eating really well. And I just felt like, well, if it's not this, then maybe this is just going to be it for me. I'm not going to see any more results. Maybe this is my new body as I cross over into my 40s, which I'm very excited about. So I don't mean that in a bad way, but maybe this is just it. Like my body is changing now and I'm going to work out and work out and work out and eat well and eat well and eat well. And this is my result, right? And so Black Friday came and my gym had a special. You could get however many personal training sessions for, I think, like $99. And I mentioned this on another episode if you go back and listen to some of the episodes that came out around the holiday season. And so I was like, okay, well, I think it was for $99. I was like, well, for $99, sure, I'll do that and see what I get. So I go in to the gym. First of all, session number 1 was a consultation. So they make you use a session to just come in there and talk to them and get weighed and all of that. And I really didn't like that. I felt like they should have kind of put that in the fine print when they were advertising the Black Friday special. But anyway, so you go in there, you talk to them. I sat down with this guy and we kind of talked about where I was at in my fitness journey, what I was looking to do, what kind of body changes I was expecting to see, what I was already doing and what I felt like I was capable of doing as far as taking on more work and all of that. And based on everything we discussed and what he saw on the printout when I was weighed and the body scanner did its thing, he paired me with the trainer that I have now. And I was like, okay, I hadn't met her yet or anything like that. And so I was like, okay, so, when I come back to the gym, I'll meet with her, all good. Okay, so she ended up texting me later on that day. I guess she got my information. She ended up texting me and she sent me her app information, her website, how to get logged in and plugged into her fitness world so that she could effectively train me. And so right off the bat, I'm impressed. I'm like, okay, she has an app. She has nutrition classes every Friday via Zoom. There are ways to contact her. There are multiple ways to contact her if I need to. And I really did like the fact that she was already reaching out to me and she wasn't waiting for me to come find her or anything like that. So, I already had really good feelings, right? Then I met her. We go to our first session and I think our first session might have been January 9th or somewhere about then. And we meet. And so instantly I'm in love. I'm like, okay, yes, this is going to be great because she's nurturing and very calm in her delivery. And she's just as sweet as apple pie, but she's serious about the results and she knows how to get them. And she explains everything in a way that never makes you feel like you're not doing something right, but it kind of just easily just guides you into the direction that you should be going in, right? So I knew after the first session, I was like, okay, yes, this is my person. This is my fairy fitness godmother, my fitness fairy godmother. This is her. This is tag team back again. This is going to be really, really great. I could tell. So as the sessions started going and we would meet and all of that, we would do our workouts, and she would, switch things up and she was getting a really good feel of what I could do and what I couldn't do. And for me, having a fitness background, I could tell that that's what she was doing. She was trying to see how far she could push me, how much I could lift, how much cardio I can do, how eager I was to get results, how disciplined maybe I was with the nutrition piece of it. And I appreciated all of those things in the beginning because I could tell that if she was willing to take her time in getting to know me instead of just dropping me into maybe a pre-built program and seeing how my body responded, she took the time to actually get to know me and get to know my body. She took my measurements, my weights, she did her own body scan and assessment and all of that. And that let me know okay, so she's serious about getting to know me and individualizing my program. So if you are going to work with the personal trainer, my first tip would be make sure whoever you start working with, like right out the gate, you can tell that they are individualizing your experience, that you're not just getting dropped into some type of plug and play situation. Make sure they do take the time to do a very thorough get to know you session, right? So based on my experience, the person at the gym got to know me, right? Then when they passed me off to the trainer that they matched me with, she took her time and she got to know me before we started really like getting in deep to any program. Of course, we were working out and I was sharing my food with her and all of that, but she was getting to know me in the process in a way that allowed her to tailor what we were doing to fit me, right? So advice or tip number one would be make sure from the beginning the person is individualizing or customizing your program and your experience to fit you, your goals and what you feel you're able to take on at this time in your life, knowing all of the other things you have going on, right? A good trainer is not going to put more on you than you're able to handle, right? Okay, so that's number one. As we kept going through the workouts, and she could see what my abilities were, we definitely started doing more of like the progressive overload training. So like we train heavy days, some days are light. She would alter my cardio based on, I think, what she felt like my body might need or the results that we were trying to get to. And I think that really helped me keep my training interesting. It helped me to not go to the gym and be like fumbling around or like doing a lot of guesswork. And I think that's the other great thing about having a trainer. So I meet with my trainer twice a week. We meet on Thursdays and Fridays. All the other days out of the week that I'm supposed to be working out, I'm able to pull up her app and see exactly what she expects me to do that day. So even though we're not meeting, I still have access to her program for me. And she calls that my homework. So I do that on the days where I'm not training with her. So definitely, if you are going to work with a personal trainer, ask them or make sure you select someone that has some type of similar setup so that on the days where you're not working with them, you know exactly what to do, right? I think it's one thing for you to be able to remember your workout. So let's say you're working with a trainer and your job is to just kind of remember everything that y'all are doing while you guys are together, right? Because some trainers, unfortunately, I think that's how they operate. And so when you go back to the gym solo, you're expected to just kind of walk yourself through the same workout you may have done with them. And I think that's fine if you're a person that can actually remember all of that. A person like me, girl, no, there's no way. There's no way I'd be able to remember everything. And even if I could remember everything, I think it relaxes me and it takes a lot of my gym anxiety away when I know I can just open up the app and just go down a checklist, right? So if you work with somebody and maybe they're not investing in an app, because I know that costs money and maybe not all trainers can afford to have an app set up for their clients, but maybe if you could ask them for a printout or ask them to like text you the workout or what weight you're supposed to be lifting or anything that gives you like a guide. And that way, when you're in the gym, you're not kind of going from one machine to the next, having to read everything. You want that sense of ease when you're in there so that you can get in and get out without wasting a lot of time in between exercises, which is another huge benefit I know I've had that comes directly from working with a trainer. I feel so smart when I go in the gym now. Before, like I said, when I was teaching classes, I would get to the gym and I would go right in the group fitness class, plug up my music, greet my participants and lead them through a workout, hug and love everybody at the end of class. And then I was out of there, right? Or I would get on the treadmill and maybe like run a little bit before I left. So I really wasn't going to like the weightlifting section like at all. These days, I'm able to go in the gym like confidently, like go in the gym, do exactly what I'm supposed to do, go to the weight area, lift my weights, go through my workout, and I feel really confident doing it. Like I'm not fumbling around. I know how to adjust the machines for me. So a lot of the machines, you might have to know how to like move the seat, just to get your form right. Or you might have to know how to slide things back and forth to make sure that it's set up properly for you. And a good trainer teaches you how to do that. So that would be another tip that I would say to look out for. Make sure whoever you're working with, they're actually teaching you how to use the equipment in the gym so that when you're not with them, you know exactly what to do. You know how to use those machines, make them work for your body size, your height. You know how to adjust the weight and all of that. So when you go to the gym by yourself, you can execute those workouts without a lot of time in between. You also want to make sure that your trainer is really paying attention to you so that they can fix your form, make sure they're not on their phone, they're not doing a lot of socializing, while you're in your sessions. I think group personal training is a great way to work with the trainer and maybe cut down on the cost of the sessions because, you might be sharing that trainer's time with maybe like 2 other people. But just make sure that while you're with them, that they are paying attention to your form and that your form is being corrected, because ultimately that too, not only does it keep you injury free while you're working out, but that is also what helps you get the results that you're looking for when your form is right. You want to make sure your abs are always engaged. And she's constantly saying that to me while we're working out. She's like, remember, your abs don't get a day off or your abs don't get an exercise off. So engage your abs, keep those abs tight, keep that belly button align with your spine, like all those things. Like she's constantly fixing my form for me while we're working out. And I always appreciate that because now when I'm just out living life, I can hear her in my mind saying like, oh, Tia, engage your abs. Like, oh, Tia, your abs don't get a day off. Like I'm not even working out. I'm washing dishes. And I'm like, oh, fix your posture, because all of that actually matters. And not only the way you look, but in how your ab muscles or your core muscles start to respond to being a lot tighter and giving you that look that you want. So yes, make sure they're fixing your form. Make sure they're teaching you about gym equipment and how to navigate the gym, how to save the machines for yourself. If I have learned nothing else, something else, and this is another good takeaway. I don't know what number I'm on in terms of tips, but another good takeaway that I've gotten from my trainer is how to command or save the machines. So let's say you are on like the leg press machine, right? And you might be on your last set. So you're like, I'm about to do my last set, but no one is on like the hip abductor, let's just say. Before I start, or like during my 30-second break, I will take my bag and go put it at the hip abductor machine. I will go back to whatever machine I'm on, finish that last set. And for me, a set is normally 15 reps, anywhere from 10 to 15 reps, which takes me like no time at all. So I'll go finish that last set, wipe that machine down, and then I move on to my next machine, which has been saved for me with my bag. And that's one way to, especially if you're at a busy gym. My gym doesn't tend to be too busy a lot. Like there are certainly days during the week where it's like flooded with people. But for the most part, I'm able to move from one machine to the next without having to do this. But on the days where it's really busy, that little tip that she gave really helps me get in and get out without having to like wait on people to finish, their sets. And let me just say, I know we're supposed to have like 30 seconds of rest between sets. But what I have noticed lately in the gym is people will literally just be sitting at a machine on their phone. Like there's 30 seconds have come and gone. Their 30 seconds have come and gone. And they're just literally sitting on the machine on their phone, like scrolling, looking. I don't know what they're doing. There's actually a guy at my gym who talks on the phone while, and I don't know how he does this, but he talks on the phone while he's working out. And it's always some really good conversation because I've heard some of them. And it's always somebody, I guess one of his homies having relationship problems. And so they're always trying to strategize how to get that girl to come back to him. And I hope she never does, because what I've heard on the other side of that conversation tells me everything that I need to know to hopefully put out into the atmosphere that like, girl, leave that man where you found him. No, because him and his homeboys are conspiring against you and your future, girl. But he talks on the phone the whole time he's at the gym. And because of that, he takes up a lot of time on the machines. And if I ever am on the same day as him, like if we're both doing lower body, when I see him in the gym, I will legit just do my cardio first. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be competing with him for machines and he's going to be moving so slow because he's on the phone, like getting all of the tea from over the weekend from the homies. And I can't do it. I can't do it. So learn how your gym navigates like claiming the machines, figure that out, and then make sure you put that into practice so that you can move through your workouts. Because you don't want to be in there all day. And I feel like a trainer is really good for that, for teaching you how to kind of claim those machines, set the machines up really quickly, and they show you how to get in and get out of there within at least 45 minutes. I've learned that, well, we already knew like that eating was like a big deal, right? But I think the biggest thing that I've learned about nutrition from my trainer is that not only do we need to be eating really well, which we already knew that, and we talk about that a lot on this podcast, but I think the way in which she has nutrition broken down has been mind-blowing to me, especially like within the past few days, actually. Last week, I kind of realized that I hadn't been following her program or her recommendations for nutrition, like exactly as she had them. And I think I probably would have seen more results by now had I not been confused about what I read. But I mean, like, that's totally okay. That's not her fault. It's totally my fault for not paying attention to detail at the level I probably should have been. So she breaks it down in a way that tells you exactly what to eat at what time of day. She doesn't tell you what to put on your plate in terms of like, eat this, like eat chicken, Brussels sprouts. And like, she doesn't tell me exactly what to eat, but she tells me like how much of a protein to eat, how much of a carb to eat, how much of a starch to eat at what time and all of that. And I think breaking it down in the way that she has it and teaching me what my plates should actually look like has really been a game changer for me. Like, it's been eye-opening, and I'm so much more. If you thought I was aware before about how I was eating and what I was putting into my mouth, like, it's got nothing on the awareness level that I have now. And since it's only April 2nd, I think this is a good time to share this. For this month, my goal, like with her, what I told her I wanted to try to do, I wanted to try to fill my like food numbers up as much as I possibly could with more vegetables, which I know somebody is out there thinking, well, duh, no brainer, because you tell us to eat vegetables all the time. Yes, I do, but not in the way that she explained it and she has it written out for me. So I think before, and I share my food on Instagram all the time, so people see the foods that I eat. So I haven't been eating anything that's like wrong or bad. I eat a lot of quinoa. I eat sweet potatoes. I eat brown rice. I eat white rice, right? I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of lean protein already. So those meals and those things were great. Those meals were definitely within my calorie count. They were within my macros and they were helping me get to where I am. And yes, yes, and yes, we love that for me. What I learned from her recently, and this is another great thing about having a personal trainer, is that when they see that something isn't wrong, but it's not exactly right, and you could probably improve somewhere, they're able to adjust your program and adjust what you're doing like on a dime, right? They're able to, a good trainer, if they're really paying attention to you and what you're doing and what you're eating and all of that, they'll be able to say, you know what? I see where you're getting your calories in every day and I see where you're getting in the food every day, but perhaps you're still not getting in the right kind of plates every day. Not that your plates are wrong, but maybe you might need to start trying something different. And that's exactly what she did for me. So this month, my goal is to eat more fibrous filled veggies that are filled with fiber, that are going to help me still keep my energy up, but hopefully they'll keep me progressing towards the results that I'm seeking. And she and I are in agreement that once I start making those changes, that I will, hopefully see even more change in my physique. So I'm excited about that. So another really great thing about working with the trainer is that there's someone else watching what it is that you're doing, so that you're not doing something that might not be working for you for long stretches of time, right? I probably could have just kept eating the way that I was eating, and I still probably would eventually reach my goal. It just wouldn't have been as fast as I maybe could have without her guidance. So I was happy that she pointed that out to me, and I'm going to be happy to make those changes, and I'm going to share those plates on Instagram. My kids are on spring break right now. And if you know anything about spring break, you already know how that kind of throws you off. So I'll be eating the stuff. I just might not start sharing it until they actually go back to school, because I'm like, it is by the grace of every barbell that I'm even sitting here being able to record this podcast in peace right now. So yes, I'm gonna share the plates, but it was just great for her to point that out to me, that like, oh, let's make this small change for you and see what happens. So I'm excited about that. You look for a trainer who has the style and delivery that you want. Look for someone whose teaching method or their technique kind of aligns with things that you believe as well. So like for me, I don't believe in doing a whole bunch of crazy. Like, I'm not trying to be your CrossFit girl. I'm not trying to be flipping tires and slinging stuff everywhere. I'm not trying to be flailing my body all over the place either, right? I have a trainer who also believes that you can keep it cute and get what you want, right? She believes in training for your joints and not your muscles, which is a great philosophy to have, especially for women our age who are 40 and up. That basically means that just because you can lift, let's say I can squat 250, right? I don't even know what my personal record is on squatting, but let's just say it's 250. Just because I can squat 250, it doesn't mean my joints are ready to do it, or that they want to do it, or that they even should be doing it, right? You might be able to do something muscle-wise or body-wise, but your joints might be telling you, get somebody else to do it, right? You might be someone like, this is another good example, because I am this person. I am a person that could probably run until, I don't know, like I just couldn't anymore. Like I could probably run and run forever. And I could probably run every day. And I used to be a person that was running every day, until I realized that like, oh, like the ankle soreness that you have, or like that soreness that I get kind of in and around my shins, they're not necessarily shin splits, but they're just achy pains around that area. You probably have that because you're running every day and your joints are telling you, no, girl, don't do that. Why you doing that? What are we training for? Where are you running to? Do you know where you're going to? Do you know? No, we don't know. We don't know. We're not running a marathon anytime soon, perhaps even ever. So why are you doing this to? My ankles are like, why are you doing this to us? Why are you doing this? And then on the weekend, you'll have the nerve to want to put on high heel shoes. Like it's too much, Tia. You got to pick which one you're going to do. And so what I have learned from her is that if you have a love of cardio, that's great. Just do all of the kinds of cardio. You don't have to just do the one. Like, what are you trying to prove, and to whom are you trying to prove it to? Right? And I think my thing with running comes from a place of not really ever being a runner or considering myself to be a runner a long time ago. And so once I got the training and I started being able to run like 30 minutes at a time, I was just so happy with myself that I was like, oh, I got to keep doing this or else I might lose it. I might lose this ability to run this long. I might lose the ability to run for 60 minutes without needing to stop. And I don't ever want to lose that. And she has taught me that you can walk, you can hike, you can power walk, you can get on the elliptical, you can do dance classes, you can take a spin class, like you can mix up your cardio. And I guarantee you, when you go back to running or you go out for your first run after you've had some time to give your body like a chance to recover, she's like, your runs will be more powerful and they will be faster. And she is absolutely right. She's absolutely right. So these days I'm running maybe like once or twice a week, and only twice a week if I really feel like I want to. But these days I'm like, okay, so I'll let my main cardio be running once a week. And the once a week that I do it, it's like I kill it. Like I'm so close to my run goal that it is scary. And I know that's solely because my body isn't so achy and tired anymore from me like pounding it on the pavement or pounding it on that treadmill every single day. Like, of course, duh. And of course, these are things that you would say to yourself, well, you should know that. And I'm a big believer that every coach needs a coach. Or maybe I believe that now. Maybe I didn't believe that before, but I definitely believe it now. Every coach should have a coach. And she just reminds me on a regular basis, like, girl, why would you do that to yourself? Like, you don't have to try so hard. Have y'all heard that song? You don't have to try so hard. You can literally come in here, do the best that you can with lifting these weights, because that's already going to be so much stress on your body. Then you can literally walk for another 30 minutes and like, it's all good. It's going to all mean the same thing. Because at the end of the day, it's the same 15,000 steps, is it not? It just depends on how you want to get there. Siri is always like jumping in when no one asks for her, right? So yes, pick someone whose method and technique you like. Make sure your fitness morals are in line with one another. If you like somebody that's more of like a boot camp, drill sergeant, aggressive, like in your face style trainer, then make sure that is who you give your money to and that's who you meet for training, right? If you like somebody who is more of like, who has more of like a gentle delivery, who is more nurturing, who is, maybe a little bit more calm in their approach, make sure that's who you sign up to work out with. If you want somebody who is got like a big personality, maybe they're funny and you can tell that they're extroverted and really outgoing, and you feel like even entertained by them during your sessions, make sure that's who you sign up to work out with. Because let me tell you, it's going to matter. I look forward to going and meeting with her. Like, I might not be looking forward to working out because I might be tired, but I look forward to spending that time with her. Because I know I'm going to learn something, or I know she's going to give me the encouragement or the motivation that I need to make it through my next week of training. Case in point, I think this was last week. I told her, I was like, yeah, I went ahead and ordered some clothes and some swimsuits for my trip to Mexico next month because I want to be able to get the stuff early enough so that I can try it on and see if it's going to fit and work. And if not, then I know I need to exchange it and I'll have plenty of time to do that. I was like, and so I'm a little nervous, about trying stuff on because, that's always a gut punch, right? When we order something and then you get it in the mail and it either doesn't fit or you don't like the way it looks or whatever. So I was like, I need to make sure, that I'm still progressing towards my goal, because at some point I'm gonna run out of time to be shopping and ordering stuff for this trip. And she said to me, and this is why I think everyone should have someone like this trainer, or perhaps even someone like me in your corner, right? She said to me, she was like, Tia, even if you had to go to Mexico tomorrow, like you're already beautiful, like you already look great. If you had to go tomorrow, like you would be enough to go and you have done enough to feel good enough to go. She was like, you don't go for another month. So, we're going to keep working and we'll see where you are a month from now. She was like, but like, don't put that pressure on yourself. Like you're already enough and you're good enough just the way that you are. And when I mean to tell you, somebody could have wrapped me up. They could have swaddled me in a blanket, rocked me to sleep. As I cried right in that moment, they could have. They could have. Because what I also did not realize, that as a person who is in the fitness industry, like as a fitness professional, you are not used to people talking to you like that, because I'm so used to talking to people in that way. Like I'm so used to pouring out and building people up and making sure they feel like warm and fuzzy and all nice and good, that you forget, like when you don't have a coach of your own, you forget what that's like. Like you forget how it feels to like hear really nice things. So if you are a person who feels like you just need that level of encouragement every week in order to just keep moving to the next workout and to the next workout and to the next workout, then a personal trainer is probably for you, because they are going to keep you motivated. They are going to make sure that you realize and see the change, because even on the days where I say, like, she'll always check in with me and like ask me how I'm feeling. And, you know, some days I'm like, yeah, I feel great. Like I can see my results. I can see the change. And like, I'm pumped and I'm ready to keep moving. Some days I'll feel bloated and inflamed, and like, I'll feel like, what am I even doing all of this for? Right? Because I don't think it's working. Like, and I'll be all in my feelings, and she'll say, well, you're a lot stronger. You're a lot faster. Like I'm doing box jumps now. I'm jump roping for minutes and minutes and minutes at a time. I jump rope so well now that people in the gym will walk up to me and ask me how I learned to jump rope, which I'm like, oh, my dad taught me how to jump rope because he boxed in the Army. So that's how I learned to jump rope. But as far as like perfecting it and getting better at it, it's because she makes me pick up a jump rope between sets on lower body days, right? So some people get to rest during their sets on lower body day. I am in the gym jump roping during some of my set breaks. But yeah, so I can see it. Like I can see it in my physical ability to like do things where I am stronger, where I am faster, I'm quicker, I'm more agile. And I know that's a direct result of my training with her. I know that is, because I wasn't doing any of the things that she has me doing. I wasn't doing none of that stuff when I was at home working out. I mean, not that those home workouts can't get you results. You can definitely lose weight. And I don't want anybody to think that this is what I'm saying. You can definitely lose weight working out at home and doing all of that. But I think if you're looking for a sculpted body, I think if you're looking to develop muscle while you also shed fat, I think that is what you hire a personal trainer for. And people might not know that that's what they're looking for, but I'm here to tell everybody that's what y'all are looking for. That's what everybody is looking for. And people don't necessarily want to lose weight and then look soft and small. People normally want to lose weight and look like they got a banging body, right? And I think that's where personal trainers shine. Which is also why, this is also just something I want to throw out there, that if you do decide to work with a personal trainer, if you're someone who's already at a pretty decent fitness level, you might feel like your results are coming in super slow. And that's probably because you already have a lot of muscle and not as much fat to shed. So it probably will take some time to, see results, but once they start coming in, you'll be like, okay, yeah, like I can see it. And then you'll work out to that point where other people start to notice. And I started working out with her, like I said, I think on January 9th. It is the beginning of April. Last week, at the end of March, was the first time I had people, like random people in the gym, come up to me unsolicited, like I don't know them. Well, I do have my gym friends, and my gym friends have said this to me, but like people outside of my gym friend group, have come up to me in the gym and they've said to me like, oh, I can see your results. Like I can see where you're changing. So like keep doing whatever you're doing with her. Cause like I can see your results. And I love that. And I love that about the gym that I go to. I don't go to and I kind of talked about this on Instagram too. I don't go to a gym where a lot of people are in there and like they're matching two pieces, or they're not in there filming themselves. Like, I don't go to one of those like trendy gyms. I go to like a neighborhood gym where it's all kinds of fitness levels in there. Everybody is so encouraging. People stay out of each other's way. People might not be overly nice, but they're at the same time, they're not mean, which, is always welcome. Like, we ain't got to be best friends, but you just got to give me the greeting of the day. If I good morning to you, I would like a good morning back. That's the kind of gym that I go to. And I think one of the best things about having a personal trainer is that they introduce you to people in the gym because they're in there all the time. And so now I have like a group of people at my gym that I talk to because we're all in there at the same time every morning. And so now we talk to each other. We share what, we're all doing. We tell people like, you look great, like you're doing great. Like, oh my God, I saw you lifting that, or I saw you on that machine. Like, and I'm learning from them too. So if you are a person that maybe you're a little shy, or you might have some gym anxiety or whatever, I think working with the personal trainer can definitely help you out with that, because you'll have your gym friend, like you'll have the person that you are there to meet, and they'll make sure that you're comfortable in there. And I would encourage everybody anyway to stay with their trainer until you feel like you can go in the gym by yourself and have an amazing workout. Because really, at the end of the day, to have a really good gym experience, you just need to be properly fueled. So you need to make sure that you ate really well the day before and leading up to your workout, right? You need to make sure that you're properly hydrated and that you have some type of water or something to hydrate you while you're working out, right? You just need a fire playlist, really good headphones, and that's it. Like, that's really all you need to have a great workout or to have a great gym experience. Put your blinders on, go in there, and then just take up the space. Get on the machines and do the things. Everybody has a first day, a starting point. Everybody was new at some point. None of the people in the gym kind of just came in there knowing everything to do, unless there's some type of like former athlete and they've been an athlete their whole life, which is a very small number of people, by the way. But for the most of us, especially the people listening to this podcast, we all had a first day at some point. And I feel like having a personal trainer makes your first day so much better. It's like the first day of school. If you moved into a new neighborhood and you met your neighbor's kids, over the summer and y'all became buddies, your first day of school was a lot better than maybe you thought it was going to be. It made it a lot better having somebody to meet at school or walk to school with or ride the bus with, because, you had somebody to meet up with. A personal trainer is just like that. When you have somebody that's looking for you, waiting for you, is there solely for you, it makes your time in the gym so much easier, so much sweeter, so much more efficient. And it builds your confidence level to the point where you could go in the gym without a trainer and kill your workout. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Make sure that if you decide to work with a personal trainer, that in the beginning, they take your weight, that y'all do day one photos, that you do those measurements, because you want to be able to track, obviously, because this does cost money. So you do want to be able to track what kind of results you're getting from them to make sure that that is in fact the right trainer for you and that you're not just throwing money away or leaving money on the table. You want to also track other things like how much weight you're lifting. And that's what I love about my trainer, is that she tracks our personal records. So she knows like what's the heaviest that I've lifted so far. She knows about how many calories I've burned during cardio for every 10 minutes. She knows how easy it is for me to complete certain workouts. And so at the end of my workouts, and this is based on the app that she uses, at the end of my workouts, I'm able to grade them, how easy or hard they were. And if I say that something was, like pretty easy or it was pretty moderate. If I give myself too many moderates in a row, then I'm pretty certain that the next time I see her, she's going to be like, up, let's go up in your weight. Because apparently this is easy for you. Or like while she's watching me do pull-ups, she'll say, is that easy for you? Or while she's watching me bench press, she'll say, is that too easy for you? Because it looks like it's too easy. And even if I say, no, girl, this is not, no. If I'm making it look easy, okay, well, you catch me on set number 2. And if I still say it's easy on set number 2, then we can go up in the weight. But I like that she and I have that level of comfortability with each other and that we're able to communicate in a way where, like it's respectful and it's fun and it's friendly. So look for somebody that gives you that same type of easygoing feeling, because at the end of the day, this is your time and your money and you want to enjoy your time with them, but you also want to get the results. So I love the fact that I'm able to grade my workouts at the end of each one. And then ultimately at the end of it all, I think the best way to track your progress again is by having one of those body composition assessments done. So if your gym has the Tanita machine, I think that's what it's called, TANITA. If they have one of those machines, definitely ask them if you can use it. I would say maybe every month I would get on that thing and see how much of my fat is turning into muscle and if my BMI is going down. When she did my last assessment, and I think it's time for me to have another one done, honestly, but when she did my last assessment, my BMI had gone down like 3 or 4%, which was everything that I needed to know that, okay, I'm gonna keep working with her. Because even on the days where I feel like I can't really see much change, there are certainly days where I feel like I can see a lot. And so you go back and forth like that pretty much every day. Like, let's face it, we go back and forth like that every day. So when you step on that machine and you get that printout and you see on paper, we're like, okay, yeah, I see where my fat is turning into muscle. I see where my body fat percentage is going down. I see where my BMI is going down. That makes you feel like, okay, so regardless of what I see in the mirror, I know change is actually happening to my body. Like I know the change is there. I just have to keep working towards it. And I feel like those are some of the amazing benefits that you get from working with a personal trainer. And now I know everybody doesn't live where I live. So I know I just made my trainer sound real lovely. And she is. And you know what? She does virtual training. So if you're serious about working with someone who is, let me tell you, amazing. Like my trainer looks like a trainer. Like she's bomb. Like she looks great. She always has on the cutest outfits. She's so sweet. She's so easygoing. She's so open and loving and just like amazing. If you want to work with her and you're serious about, getting your fitness self together, reach out to me on Instagram. DM me at Tia V Fitness, and I will give you her contact information because she does offer virtual training, and I cannot speak highly enough of her. Like I probably need to invite her to the podcast and figure out, how to do that, because she's super busy, because she's booked. Okay. She's booked and busy several days out of the week. So if I can figure out how to do that, and if people are interested in that, I'll certainly see if I can figure that out. But in the meantime, if you want to work with her, message me on Instagram, because she does offer virtual training, and your whole situation would only go up from working with her. So with that being said, let's kind of talk about the financial part of having a personal trainer, because I know people are always interested in that too. So if you work out with your gym, I would say the first thing that you should do is go through your gym and see what type of personal training packages they have. The package that I am currently under goes through my gym, and I'm spending about, let's say $400 probably on my gym membership as well as personal training, right? Because the personal training sessions are in addition to the gym membership. So for that amount of money though, I meet her twice a week. And she and we kind of together determine if we're going to work out for 30 minutes or an hour. But I get 30-minute sessions or hour-long sessions twice a week. And I just kind of determine, or she and I together kind of determine if today is going to be an hour day or if today is going to be a 30-minute day based on my schedule, right? So that's another thing to look out for. When you are seeking out a personal trainer, see if they offer 30-minute sessions or hour-long sessions, and then kind of pick what's going to work for you based on your schedule. Because some days I can do 30 minutes, some days I can do an hour, and I'm lucky enough to have a trainer who's flexible with me in that way. But I know that would not be the case for everybody. Everybody might not be able to, be that flexible. So it is an investment. I think my sessions end up coming to be about $35 a session. And on the hour-long days, of course, you just double that and it's $70, right? So take all of that into consideration. Let me know if you have any questions, or let me know if you want her contact information and you want to work with her virtually. Having a personal trainer has absolutely changed me for the better. And girl, I don't know how I'm going to ever have a life without one at this point. Really, I don't foresee myself not having a personal trainer this year. I'm pretty sure all of 2023, she and we are together. What do they say on Color Purple? It's not coming to me right now, but we shall never part, me and her. We are sister all year long. I can feel it. Because one of my milestones that she's tracking is getting me ready to dance with Beyonce. And that's not even until August. So at least between now and Beyonce, she and we go together real bad. And let me just say, I'm going to get into this during the next segment of the podcast, but let me just say the outfits that I have been buying for that concert tell me everything I need to know about where I'm at in my fitness journey. And those outfits are saying to me, girl, if you don't stay on somebody's workout plan, what are you even buying these outfits for? So love her. Everybody should have her in their life. Message me if you want her info, because she is amazing. All right. So that also kind of talks to you about where I'm at in my personal workout journey. It's me and my trainer forever, ever. Moving on to the random yet relatable things that I think everyone is talking about right now. Let's start with the things that I've been watching on TV, because all of them have been incredible and I think everybody needs to see them. Swarm on Prime. Dominique Fishback is an amazing actress. I think I first saw her on Power, the movie on Netflix with Jamie Foxx. She's great. She's great in this. Everybody should see it. I'm also a very big Damson Idris fan, because he is Franklin on Snowfall. He's great. He's great in this too. And Chloe Bailey is in this. Now, I saw some of the chit chat on social media about the opening scene of Swarm. And if you've seen Swarm, then you know what I'm talking about. We don't have to go into it, because I know y'all be listening to this podcast in the car with your children, or at least that's what you tell me, right? So in that opening scene, we see what we see. And people really thought that that was a real scene and not them acting. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why people thought that that would have been real and not acting, when it is a professional actor and a professional actress in the scene. This is not either one of their first roles, Damson has been in several things. I mean, like we just said, most recently, he is the lead and the star of Snowfall on FX. Chloe Bailey has been acting in things since Fighting Temptations, when she was a little girl. So I don't know why people thought that that would have been like a real scene, but it's not. You guys, it's acting, and the show is really great. And that was such a small piece of the show. Like, it was what, not even a whole minute? I don't know. But if you watch the rest of the show, like, it's good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very different. Of course, as someone who is a member of the actual Beehive, I thought the satire and the references were all like very cheeky and whatever. Like, I know some people on Twitter were saying like they were kind of offended by it or they didn't like it or whatever. And I'm just like, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep, because it is fun and funny to be a fan of anything. Like, girl, have a good time. And if you can't have a good time, stay home. So if you can't have a good time, don't watch it. But if you are open to like people poking fun, then, have at it. It's on Amazon Prime. Do not watch that with your children. And yeah, I highly recommend. I give it my stamp of approval. Love is Blind, the new season is on Netflix. And my goodness, what are these people doing? First of all, Tiffany and Brett, I hope they make it. They real cute together. They seem to be real in love with one another. And I'm happy for both of them. Tiffany seems like she's real in love. Like, Tiffany must have had some real bad boyfriends before this. I mean, haven't we all? Haven't we all? But she seems to be like so like head over heels in love that everything better go right for Tiffany and Brett, because Brett seems to be like a good stand-up guy with like a good head on his shoulders, and he hasn't had really any red flags. Brett has a good job. Brett seems to be calm. He's a good communicator. He seems to really love her, and he's told her several times that he loves her. Told her that he loved her in front of her like friends when he met them. And yeah, I don't see how that situation can go wrong. I mean, of course it always can, because God knows we don't put nothing past nobody. But I just feel like it's, they should be all right. Jackie and Marshall. I hope Marshall says no on the wedding day. Like, I hope they don't get married, because unfortunately I do see a lot of red flags in Jackie. And Marshall seems like too sweet of a guy to have to endure that level of a toxicity for the rest of his life, or at least for the time that they're in a relationship or married. So, based on the last episode, if you're all caught up on Love is Blind, based on the last episode, I would say Marshall, I mean, boy, you may as well go ahead and break up with that girl. Like, just do it. Do it. Who else is on there? Micah and Paul. I feel like Paul is a great guy. I feel like Micah is going to be one of those girls that ruins a good thing for herself. Like, first of all, because she's listening to that friend who does not have her best interest at heart. Let me tell you what. That girl said that her and Micah were best friends. And they might be. But I'm like, that ain't really how best friends are supposed to work. I mean, yes and no. If you think your best friend is about to make a mistake, I can see where you would be like, ooh, girl, I think this is bad. I don't know if I like him, or ooh, whatever. But at the same time, you're supposed to be like 10 toes down with your best friend. And if my best friend came to me, which she's already happily married, but like, let's say we were in this Love is Blind situation and she came to me and was like, hey, I went on this show. I did this Love is Blind thing. I matched up with somebody, and girl, we getting married in 2 weeks. I would be like, well, girl, let me meet him. Where he at though? Then she brings him to my birthday party, which is what happened on the show. You bring the fiance to the birthday party. You meet him, and Paul was nice. He was nice. He was his regular, chill, calm self. He didn't come off weird or strange or anything. Maybe he wasn't as loud and as outgoing as maybe the guys in Micah's past. I don't know. But the best friend was kind of like, I don't like it. Like, nope, I don't like it. And you could instantly see where it created doubt in Micah. Where Micah was like, what? You don't like him? Like, you could tell that her friend's opinion, the value there is a lot. She holds a lot of weight in what they say. So you could instantly see her wheels start to turn. Paul, being the guy that he is, he was just like, I really don't care about what your friends got to say about me. I'm here for you. Like, I love you and I want them to like me. But if they don't, like, that's a them problem. That's basically what Paul said. And rightfully so, right? But you can just tell how Micah is about to mess that up for herself. And that's a shame because he is a really good guy, who happened to also be nice looking. So I don't get why she's letting her friends mess that up for her. But then also, girl, that ain't your friend. Because like I said, if my best friend called me right now, was like, I'm bringing this man to your birthday party. I just met him a couple weeks ago, but we about to get married in 2 weeks. I would be like, where he at? Let's meet him. I would meet him. And if I felt like it was, I'd be like, okay, well, girl, if you like him, let's do it. Where's the wedding? What you want me to put on? Where you want us to be? Like, do you want a bachelorette party? Like, I would support her. And then if it doesn't work out, then you be a good friend and you support her through it not working out. But the whole telling your friends what to do, no. Let me tell you, that is the wrong way to go each and every time. Don't do it. Don't do it. And that's what's happening on that show right now with that couple. Then there's another couple, Kwame and Chelsea. Kwame is really in love with Micah. So I don't know what's going to happen with them. I think Kwame is trying to make the best of the fact that he's with Chelsea. I think he probably likes Chelsea, but I also feel like Chelsea is asking him to do a lot and she's not understanding that he's already compromising a lot of his life and his lifestyle. I don't think she's hearing him when he says he wants to just be newlyweds for a while before they have kids. And then on top of that, I think he really is in love with Micah, who is engaged to Paul. So I don't know how much of a footing Chelsea even has to stand on, because I really think that Chelsea was his number 2 to begin with, which is why this show is so good and messy every time, right? Then you have, I think his name is Jake. Is his name Jake? I don't know. Let's just say his name is Jake because, girl, I can't remember his name. But Jake was engaged to somebody else. By the time they make it to the honeymoon, they both determine, this is not going to work out. He instantly feels like he picked the wrong girl and that he should have picked the other girl, Bliss, that he met in the pods. So when they get back from the honeymoon, he reaches out to Bliss. Fast forward. Man, I hope this is not a spoiler alert, but sorry. But now, like, him and Bliss are engaged. So he broke off the engagement with the other girl, which it was mutual. She didn't want him either. He broke off that engagement, reached back out to the old girl. Now they're engaged, and it's kind of like, what? And the whole time that they're talking to each other, Bliss, the new fiance, it's like, yeah, I just don't want to feel like number 2 my whole life. Like, I'm still mad at you. I was really heartbroken when you didn't pick me and you picked the other girl. So I'm just trying to work through those feelings. And I'm like, girl, there's nothing to discover here. You're absolutely right. You were number 2. Like, he should have picked you. He should have. And he knows that he should have. But for whatever reason, he did not. He picked that other girl. And when that didn't work out, then he was like, oh my God, I think I made a mistake and I should have picked the other girl. My theory on that is, had they got to Mexico and that first girl, whose name I can't remember, but she's like a little rude somebody. If it had worked out with that first girl, if that first girl would have been acting like she was really into him and that she liked him, and if she was being all of the things that he wanted somebody to be, he would have never gone back to Bliss. So Bliss, yes, girl, you are number 2. And you will probably feel like number 2 for a very long time. I don't think that that's something you forget. I feel like women can forgive, but unfortunately, we cannot forget. And so you will always remember that you were number 2. Even if you forgive him for picking that other girl, you're always going to feel like and remember the fact that you were, in fact, number 2. He did not ask you first. He asked that other girl. And when she said she wasn't with it, he kind of agreed that he wasn't with the way she was treating him. And then he came back to you. So we'll see how that works out for the both of them. And then I feel like this season, they're allowing people from the pods to kind of infiltrate the group. So like at that birthday party, other people from the pods were there and they got to have conversations with people who were engaged. And I think that's why the whole situation with Marshall and Jackie is so messy, because another guy that really loved Jackie was there and he's like shooting his shot with Jackie. And Jackie is not necessarily playing defense. Like she's kind of, she's kind of sitting there letting him run his plays. So we'll see how all that works out. But Love is Blind is like so different and like interesting this time, only because it's kind of messy. But girl, catch up on that if you haven't already. Something else that was really good on Netflix is called The Night Agent. It's a show about a night agent who kind of goes on a very suspicious adventure. And I'll leave it at that. It's really good. Like you'll be glued to your seat the whole weekend. If you need something to binge watch, I actually recommended this to my trainer and she was like sucked in. Like I told her, I was like, if you need something to binge watch on a Saturday, start that and you'll be glued to your seat all Saturday. And it'll be like the best binge watch you've had in a long time. It's called The Night Agent and it's on Netflix. Okay, let's move on to something else. So one of my friends sent me the video of Jackie Aina having the lymphatic drainage service done. And, we talked about body sculpting and all of those Medi-Spa services some episodes ago. And I told y'all about how interested I was in all of those things because the woman that did my service told me that like, yeah, girl, it's people that come in here every week or every 2 weeks or whatever. Like they don't work out. They don't do none of that. They just come get on this table every week or every 2 weeks. And that's how they get that beautiful hourglass BBL looking body. They're not working out, girl. They're coming in here. Right. And when my friend sent me that video, I was like, okay, I didn't try the lymphatic drainage thing. But when you watch the video, part of what Jackie got was the lymphatic drainage. But then the other part of it was definitely the body sculpting. Right. And then she also sat in the sauna, which is something we've talked about on the podcast before. You can go back and listen to that episode too. So her system is getting really flushed. And she said she drank some type of tea, which we have also discussed on this podcast before. And so I'm sharing this to say, ladies, this is just a friendly reminder that everybody you see on social media with a banging body ain't getting it the way you getting it. Let's keep all things into perspective. And we're not knocking the hustle of the Medi-Spa, because I'm pretty sure the Medi-Spa definitely plays a role in everybody's self-care and their maintenance. But if you're looking for certain results, remember, you got to do what the people are doing to get the results that they're getting. So if you like someone's body type or where their body looks, definitely look into what they're doing and then think about trying some of those things. I think that if you're looking for a more like athletically like sculpted body, then of course you're going to have to go to the gym for that because you got to be able to build muscle. I think if you're looking for, and this is not to say that this is how she achieves her body, because I don't know her and I've never seen anything on her social media about exercise or fitness or nothing. I don't know how she gets her body. So this is all just me saying body type, right? If you like someone like Ashanti's body type, which her body is sick, it's beautiful. Let's just say that Ashanti goes to a Medi-Spa and like she's getting the wraps and the services and all of that done. Well, then that's probably what we need to be doing if we want her body type, because her body type is very sculpted and it's very beautiful and it's very sexy and curvy. But you notice on her body type, you don't see a lot of overly defined muscle, right? So you got to be willing to do what the people are doing to get the results that they get. I was happy to see Jackie sharing her visit to the Medi-Spa because I think more things like that need to be normalized. People need to start sharing more and more, like, this is what I'm doing. Like, and I asked my friend that sent me that, I was like, well, I wonder what she does for workouts. And she told me that she shared before that she rides her Peloton bike. So, guess she rides her Peloton and then part of her maintenance is going to the Medi-Spa, and it's no shame in that. But we gotta make sure, that what we see We're doing the things to get what it is that we see. So if you haven't seen that, I think she shared that to me through Instagram. If you want to see what the lymphatic drainage service looks like and the body sculpting, what it looks like, check out Jackie Ina's page. Hopefully it's still up there. And take a look at it because it's very interesting. And when I tried out the body sculpting service, it was quick. Now it's definitely prickly. Like you probably do need to be able to have some level of tolerance, not necessarily for pain, but just for something being uncomfortable. And as long as you can do that, like girl, like you're in there, like you are in there, and summer is coming, like summer is upon us. Easter is literally this coming weekend. And you know what my belief is about Easter, whatever it is at Easter, that's probably what it's going to be, right? Because Easter means you have about seven weeks left, maybe 8 weeks, no, 7 or 8 weeks left before you start tiptoeing out into the water. Yeah. So you do have some time to make some change, but if your change is going to be sped up just a little bit by going to the Medi Spa, like, girl, I can keep a secret if you can. Like, I ain't going to tell nobody. I ain't going to tell nobody. I ain't going to tell nobody. Now, I probably cannot go to the Medi Spa at this point because, like I said, I'm already spending hundreds of dollars every month on a personal trainer. But if you go and you want to try some stuff, like, girl, yeah, let's chat about it because I'm very interested in the services and people's results with them. So if you go and you try something out, girl, let me know because I'm still very much so interested in people's experiences with those. So I'm glad Jackie shared that. Something else that I wanted to share. You know, I'm growing to be a Lululemon stan every time I buy somebody else's leggings. And let me tell you why. The popular TikTok leggings look really good. They are so buttery soft. They fit really well. They're not that expensive. They perform well in the gym. They are not see-through. They're literally everything you want a legging to be until you sweat. And if you're anything like me, you leave the gym or you leave your workout and you've got to go somewhere else before you go home. Or at least I know I always do. I can't never just go to the gym and come home. I always got to stop at Kroger, stop at the post office, stop at UPS. Like I'm doing too many things in one day and I always have to make a stop before I can come home. Those new leggings that look really great, when I mean to tell you they are not dry fit, so you're going to have that booty sweat ring on your butt when you leave the gym. I mean, I guess until it dries. But what I love about Lululemon, and I'll even say Nike, because Nike is really good about this too, is that you never have the sweat stains like on your leggings. Never. You might sweat, but it is dry fit and the sweat dries before you ever even leave the gym. Like you never leave the gym with a wet looking booty. Your booty might be wet, but it doesn't look it. People won't know that it is. In those new age leggings, people are going to know. Like unless you have something to cover up your butt with, they're going to know. They're going to know you just left the gym and that your butt is wet. And I don't appreciate that. Love the way the leggings look, but I don't love the fact that I leave the gym with a wet looking butt. Like that is not okay with me. So I wanted to throw that out there too, because I know I share whenever I get a new color of those leggings because they're so cute. But the one thing that I can say that I've learned recently is that like, oh, that's right. Whenever I work out in these, I need to bring something to wrap around my waist on the way home, because if I have to make a stop, my butt is going to have that circle on it. And I have too much booty for it to have a circle on it. I do. So keep that in mind if you're buying those. I don't know why those leggings aren't dry fit, but they're not. Next. It is that time. It is bathing suit season. We are shopping for swimsuits. We're looking at them online. We're trying to determine what it's going to be for the summer. And can I just say that most swimwear companies still are not giving us swimsuit models with just like everyday bodies. Like I feel like a lot of the fitness brands, like the Lululemons and the Nikes and some of like the big players, like they are starting to show models with several different body types. So we get a good idea of what, you know, the workout wear is going to look like on us, right? Swimsuit companies need to start doing the same thing. Like, when I mean to tell you, I'm tired of going on these bathing suit websites and seeing either that one Victoria's Secret looking model or someone who might have more of like the BBL body shape. I'm like, just give us something in the middle. Why she gotta either be Victoria's Secret or Miss BBL? Why she just can't be somebody in the middle? Because let's face it, if the bathing suit looks good on somebody in the middle, then you know it's going to look good on Miss Victoria's Secret and Miss BBL. So give us the model in an everyday body or in a body that's not normally seen in swimwear. Like, show us what it's going to look like on us, because we know it's going to look because we know it's going to look good on everybody else. You know who needs to make swimwear? Well, she doesn't need to do it because she makes a lot of stuff already. But Lizzo's Yitty brand is like super popular and people talk about how great it is. I don't have any of her pieces, but I love how she markets them on several different body types. So that's what I mean by this. If Yitty ever did swimwear, we would get to see what that swimsuit was going to look like on every body type, right? Which is really helpful when it comes to shopping for a swimsuit. So what I try to do is I try to go through the reviews and I try to find somebody who says like they weigh the same thing that I do and maybe that they too have an athletic build, or they might mention their measurements. And if they have similar measurements to me and then they talk about their experience, if she says it didn't look good on her, like I literally won't buy it. If someone who describes themselves as being very similar to me says they didn't like something or they didn't like how it looked on them, I won't buy it. Because I'm basing it off of their word instead of what it looks like on this model. I don't know why swimsuit companies haven't gotten there yet. But I mean, we're women, like women shopping for swimsuits. Like, I don't need to necessarily see like the most trendy or like the most sexiest pose or body. I just need to see the swimsuit and what it's going to look like. Front and back and a profile. Just show me the swimsuit. Show me the swimsuit in more shapes and sizes than just the two that we tend to see. That would be really helpful. You'd probably get more of my money if I felt like I could be comfortable in my purchase, actually. And then lastly, before we go, I wanted to talk about hair because, it's almost time for me to get my braids done again. And you know how we have to plan our hair, especially when you know you're doing something or going somewhere. It's kind of like you have to plan for your hair now and plan for whatever your big moment might be. And so I'm probably at a place right now where I have braids in right now. I just recently got them done so they don't look bad. But closer to the end of the month, I probably will have to take these braids out and get some type of quick style done before my next big braided moment in May, right before we take our trip, right? And I have been looking at getting the human hair knotless braids. I get knotless braids anyway. I get knotless braids every time I get braids. So that part isn't new to me, but trying them with human hair would be new to me. And I've been seeing so many different styles on social media that I would like to try. But let me tell you, people will post the hairstyle. They will teach you how to do the hairstyle. But girl, why don't they ever tell you what kind of hair they use? Why don't they ever link you to the hair that they use? What is the secret with that? Like, why are we gatekeeping what kind of hair we use to achieve a style? It's not enough for you to tell me that you use human hair. I need to know exactly what human hair you use. Give me the link. Give me the curl pattern. Give it all to me. Give it all to me, baby. Like, I need to know because I'm a hair girl. I'm going to go buy the hair, especially if you got like an affiliate code or if you got a promo code that like gives you some type of kickback or commission. Like, girl, give us the information. The girls want to know. We want to achieve the style that you have in the video. And I can't do that if you don't tell me what kind of hair you use. What is up with that? And it's really tricky buying bundles of hair online these days. Very tricky because you don't know if what you're going to get is good quality hair when you get it in the mail. You don't know if it's going to be the amount that they say that you're going to get. Like, you can tell me all day it's going to be 100 grams and I might get it and it might only be 80 or 85. And now I need another bundle to complete my look. And who has time to do that at the last minute before I go get my hair braided? No. So what I think I might try to do, which I don't do often, is go into the actual beauty supply store. Because when I get my hair braided, the girl that braids my hair, she provides the hair. So I never really have to go in there anymore. But I think I might make time to go, probably within the next week or so, and kind of look at what human hair options they have available. And if they don't have any that look like what I've been seeing online, I guess I can try the style with, I know I can. I know I can get the same style done with synthetic hair. But because I sweat so much working out, I was really hoping to avoid using synthetic hair because I have a fear that that's going to get tangled and be a mess for me. Like, I want to be able to put the hair up in a bun and take it back down, have some of it still be loose. I want it to be wearable in a way that, makes it worth the sit time for getting that style done. So I'm looking for human hair. If anybody is listening to this and you know of a trusted site or store that sells bulk human hair that can be used for braiding, girl, send me their information. Like, send it to me on Instagram DM, because I would love to give my money to somebody trustworthy that I know when that hair comes in the mail is going to be exactly what I need to get the style that I'm looking for. And I'm looking for like that boho, loose hair, wispy, crease summer, but maybe just a little bit more of a curl pattern to it. Maybe not as frizzy as Freddie's braids kind of would be, because I think that was her natural hair. So maybe not as frizzy or as curly as that, but I'm looking for that. Oh no, I think Crease Summer now has locks, doesn't she? I don't know. But kind of like that. Like, I'm looking for that kind of like boho, effortless look, probably with more loose hair than braided hair when the look is ultimately completed. So it's important for me that the hair be like a good quality, hair that's going to perform well when I put it up in a ponytail or put it up in a bun and I take it back down and I'm doing all the things to it. So if you got any hair hookups, let me know, girl, because I could certainly use it, because I need to go ahead and purchase that hair and give it time to get shipped to me. Because one thing that I've learned my lesson from doing is shopping and expecting shipments at the last minute. We don't live there anymore. We have grown up, and now we order our things in enough time to get them delivered to us so that we're not stressed and pressed at the last minute, right? So yes. Ooh, so good catching up. So good catching up. Now, what is today's date? Today's date is April the 2nd. Hold me accountable, girl. I'm going to call you back. In or around April 15th. How about that? We'll do another check-in and see how everybody's feeling as we continue to get ready for summer. Speaking of summer, really quick before I go, Meg is back. Meg is back and she's out and she looks incredible. That girl looks well rested. Like, she looks so unbothered and so good. Her body was amazing before, but my gosh, that rest looks good on her. And I love her new hair. Like, I love all of it. And I think she's working with La Roche now for her styling. Even though he said he retired, clearly he's just doing a selective retirement. Like, he's picking and choosing the girls that he's going to work with, and I don't blame him. She looks so good, and I'm happy to see her out and about, living and thriving and working and doing all of the things. So one time for Megan Thee Stallion. So yes, you guys enjoy. If you're on spring break this week, enjoy the rest of your spring break. I will be back in or around on the 15th. Hold me to it. I cannot wait to check up with you again in a couple weeks. Thank you for coming and listening to another episode of Tia's Table. If you or someone you know is in need of accountability, you're looking to gain some momentum on your fitness journey, you need help getting those healthy meals in, you need help learning how to meal plan, girl, reach out to me. You can do that by emailing me at tiavfitness@gmail.com or stopping by my website at www.tiavfitness.com. And I would be happy to help you because everybody needs a coach. Even coaches need coaches, as I am learning. I hope you found today's conversation to be very helpful, and I hope it moves you along on your personal fitness journey. Remember, don't compete, don't compare, don't complain. What God has for you is for you. Never knock another woman's hustle. Don't you judge her if she's going down to the Medi Spa. You let that girl Medi Spa in peace. Compliment a woman when you see her out. Tell her something nice about herself that makes her day. I love you so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.